This is Scott Brown. Hi. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Have a look at this.
Here's a toy you can't buy anymore.
Isn't this
I
great?
got the last one.
Got 5 of them.
In Toyland, I got the last one.
That's a award-winning back.
That's really smart. You could push him over there. Fully fine. Yeah. She's back in the room. Well, you don't get charged for 28 days. Or how many more days?
So we have this here.
22 days. Yeah.
So Chris, you got fireworks if we fund during the panel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
$632. When?
Everybody's
I
heads
think it's
explode
when.
like the court. It's like that amen, sir. Yes.
You're live, by the way.
I'm live right now?
You're live right
So should I
now.
start dancing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Add that in post-production.
Yes. You guys usually do.
Yes.
Hey.
Where are you streaming to?
Put your corner away, Brian.
YouTube.
There it is. There's Grindhouse. Oh, there it is. Everybody's ready for the down. I'm glad they're live. I see what you were doing the whole time, Brian. You just wanted to show the down.
I wanted it.
We're so early. We're like 2 minutes early. We're missing it.
So down in Clown is where it is?
That's
This storyline took a turn.
Oh yeah, they have prosthetics. He was showing me that today, and I was cracking up. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of get everything mixed in one, right? Yeah.
I just subbed you from our PFA.
It's fine. We still got 5 minutes.
All right.
Because I already subbed them on purchase.
I think I might have already.
Chill, I gave you a sticker.
Yeah.
We got microphones good.
Hello?
Hey, you guys don't even need any of that. I can just talk.
Attention JoeFest fans.
Oh yeah, please exit the building. Oh, you don't have to do it would be kind of funny to be like, oh, this is where you go. You meet them right here.
You get this down?
Are we looking? Anybody looking at it?
I didn't even get to.
What's up?
It's like $600.
Looks like he's about to drop trout in your day.
It is now funded.
What?
Just got back from Japan and came in and funded a Kickstarter. Look at you, buddy.
Oh shit.
Holy
We
shit.
did fine. Look at that shit. Did
We
we
actually-
really just what happened?
Oh, it just hit?
It did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now the work begins.
Did we get
Hey,
a
can
round
you
of
fix the
applause
slide
for
to say that it's
Grindhouse
funded
Boys
now?
Kickstarter?
Oh, no shit. I saw it. Oh, sorry. I saw it.
I saw it good at 99 and I went looking for the 9. I was like,
Now we gotta do our first goals. Oh, yes, we do.
that's perfect timing. Who did it?
It was perfect timing. I want to see. It is dirt. So it was dirt. That's what I was wondering if it was dirt. So I didn't know. You guys were joking with dirt, but no, it was dirt.
It was planned all along.
Congratulations, brother. We're very proud of you.
Come to freaking Japan.
Grinding.
This kind of show.
We need that. We can go for this. I'm the first one, man. Do I get up?
Oh, yeah, we're doing hugs afterwards. There's
I was
more hugs.
number
Don't you worry. I'll give
68.
everybody. You're the first. This is the first spot. Is there like a system of this? is like my first real panel. Some of you guys were at the Toyland panel where I was with the indie guys, so bear with me. Wait a few minutes for Mr. Mark Pennington. Hello. Wait for the legendary Mark Pennington.
Yeah. Yeah.
He should. Come on. Come on.
Man knows how to yell.
Now maybe he'll
I
stop,
don't care.
hitting my finger down so much.
Keep it busy.
I guess I got.
And we already lost Brian. It had literally dark and everybody.
Oh, that happened.
I'm saying, come on. I'm right here, man. That was number 3.
You could have been number 2. Or number.
I was number 15 because I went back and added more.
Dude, no, seriously, this is only happening because you guys are freaking awesome. I would say not freaking. I don't know how many. I don't know if you guys are. No, earmuffs, yeah.
So how you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah?
That's pretty damn cool.
Were you expecting it to happen like this so quick?
You know, you never know with this stuff. I don't know if, if anybody's tired of waiting or, with what's going to happen. The world's a little crazy right now with toys. And so it means so much that you guys believe in the line that you're willing to, buy it in advance. And it means a lot. Thank you guys. Can't you? Don't think until you get the toys. One thing I do want you guys to do when you start getting them, post pictures and play with them. Bust those bastards out. Yes, tear them apart, cut them up. I mean, that's what they're about. Customize them. I wouldn't be doing this without being a customizer. Motorized, motorized cooler here. Hey, it's Ray Murphy. Yes. He made this amazing Sergeant Slaughter custom in cost. This is what we just call people out as we're in the panel. And Mark's like eating. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm not doing this panel." All right, we're just gonna. Should we start? Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, we want to. This is Grindhouse Toys. I hope we'll be funded on Kickstarter, guys.
Yeah.
We got some special effects. Hold on.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Brian Sauer. World War Hell. Let's meet the team.
Yes.
You guys know me. I've been talking to you guys all weekend. I'm Chris Scott. I'm the head of Grindhouse Toys. And you have seen my stuff. I don't know. I guess this is being streamed. I should be a little more professional. I have worked on Operation Monster Force. I have worked with Bill Murphy from Fresh Monkey Fiction on multiple toy lines. I have I just love toys. I started off as a customizer, working on cutting up G.I. Joes when I was a kid, painting them with the wrong kinds of paints, like enamel, thinking like, what did I do wrong? And I really just got the bug. I always wanted to kind of mess with these toys. And, Marauders really kind of sucked me in with all that stuff too. I love the modularity, and I've been in love with toys ever since. And now I have the honor of getting to make my own toy line. So thank you guys for that. Scott, you want to say who you are?
Hi, I'm Scott. That's the package art
I'm Brian Sauer. I designed the logo. Also will be working on packaging, did the necromantic packaging.
Award-winning packaging.
Award-winning packaging.
You didn't bring the award name out here.
It's over. Let's start over. Yeah, so I've been working with various entities in the Joe universe on different projects and everything, so I'm very happy to bring my talents to this project, and looking forward to really diving deep into making some of the best packaging for the JoeFest action figure line to come today.
Brian didn't plug assembly required, so I will. Assembly required is a Joe themed. Can we call it? It's less of a show, more of a con.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it is a content-centric show that Brian puts on with Travis Weber in November's, and like I've really only kind of gravitated into the community within the last like 4 years. I was in the military and I just wasn't online. I didn't know this stuff existed, and I got pulled into an assembly required show, and holy cow, that is my single favorite show. Period. So like if you've ever considered it, like go with that impulse. Go to assembly required. I'm not kidding. Thank you. Well, so Mark II design, Mark II toys. Mostly, known for doing like weapons and that kind of thing. Kind of now getting better in a program called ZBrush, which is kind of the industry standard for doing figures, doing face, doing organics. And I didn't do much on this line. Mostly, I take calls from Chris, who wastes like 2 to 4 hours of my day running ideas by me and then ignoring my advice, which has worked out really well because the line was fantastic.
Don?
Yeah, so like Chris, I got into customizing. We met in a customs class at JoeFest years back, and ended up in a group chat with him, getting to hear all the off-the-wall ideas that he has had over the years, and here we are. But I guess I like to consider myself the original roadie or groupie for Grindhouse Toys. So usually you'll, if you're talking to someone at the booth, it's probably most of the time it's going to be me because this guy can't stick figures. So yeah, just I'm a fan like the rest of you.
No way. All right, what do we got?
Is that the team?
I think that Mark Pennington, you guys know that guy. He will be hopefully here soon.
Yeah, I'll say it. So James Carter the Conqueror did the bulk of the sculpting.
Yes.
And like
So, well, I'll cut you off for 1 second. So James Carter, like this wouldn't be a thing with that. I know I was going to talk about him when we saw some of the sculpting. But James Carter, this wouldn't be a thing. Like he sculpted probably 95% of this line. Like, and he is just phenomenal. He was a former sculpt manager for Hasbro. He did like vintage collection and Ghostbuster stuff. And he's old school wax sculptor and also digital sculptor. He is just incredible. I will send him some line drawings and barely have to give him any critiques or any of that stuff. He just nails it. We actually, the first time we got the skeleton soldier, which was the first figure we worked on, he did it a little more classic O-ring style, like a little smoother. And I was like, no, let's make it pretty. Like bust that skull up. Like I want the teeth broken. I want the skull with cracks in it. And then like he just nailed it. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like back and forth. Carter is phenomenal, and the reason the toys look so damn cool is because of him. Cool. Okay, Kickstarter. We fund it, as we know, and this is the lineup that So let's start with that. The corpse. This is our first figure in the line. I felt if we were going, hey, it's Mark Pennington. Which most of us wouldn't even be here without this. Mark, you want to say something about yourself real quick? We just introduced ourselves.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm an artist. My first job out of art school was, did you guys do it?
Yeah, a little bit.
My first job out of art school was Hasbro, obviously, and I worked there for 3 years. Then for the next 30 years, I was an inker and a professor for Marvel and DC Comics. And I did all kinds of things. Plus, I illustrated kids' books. I did cards like Legends of the Five Rings, various games like that I illustrated. So it's just kind of illustrating comics and fans who are most of my career.
A lot of grace. So, yes, this is our first figure. You guys, if you look back and everything, you see that there are 5 figures off the bat with the decapitators as an extra, the creature feature kind of thing. So our first figure I thought if we were gonna get one figure made, it would have to be this guy. Because I feel like this, one of the things that I set out to do when we did like the Necromancer or the Grim Troopers, I wanted figures that could go into whatever collection we already have. I know we all have a lot of dang toys, like we just keep getting toys and we love toys, so we need something that can kind of interact with what we already have. But like, let's tweak it up a little bit. So the corpse, I wanted to incorporate this guy with blood effects and skeleton parts and zombie parts and just a little bit of everything. I mean, chainsaws, World War II, you know, zombies and chainsaws. I mean, I feel like the market was seriously lacking in that department. And so yes, this is the corpse, and you can see how much crap he's genuinely going to come with. He actually comes with 2 stands also, which is the World War Hell logo and a blood cooler. So I'll try not to talk too much on every slide. We're here for 3 hours. So Sergeant Graves. He is our hero. He has a bastard sword, a cursed bastard sword from hell, that ignites in flames, hellfire whenever he covers it in the blood of his enemies. And it's a fickle sword. It's a pain in the ass because it might light and just do all kinds of damage, or it might just fizzle out after a few seconds. Nobody really knows because it wants to screw over whoever holds it. He is very inspired by the Sergeant Rock type, hero, and that is Sergeant Graves. Sergeant Spectre. This has been a lot of people's favorites. He is a ghost who haunts the Devil's Piano, a highly modified 30 caliber machine gun that has a chainsaw bayonet attached to it. He doesn't always show up to the fight because he's he's a ghost, man. You never know. So the poor Devil's Rejects, who are the good guys, toting around his gear, hoping this guy's gonna come in and Rambo's gonna kind of save the day. So I'm happy to get a chainsaw bayonet. Exactly. Beautiful. Cerberus Trooper, here's our army builder in the first group, our hero. Cerberus is they guard the gates of hell. They are the allied department of supernatural and occult. He comes also with a chainsaw to cut up corpses, and he has an anti-possession gas mask. And I wanted to make sure, as a collector myself, I wanted to have something that you could really army build. Different hands, different skin tones, helmets, gas masks, all of that stuff, so you can build those guys out. And with these figures too, the bandoliers, the harness, all that stuff is removable, so you can really just push these guys out and kind of mess with them. So, the Green Army Men from Hell. My favorite. Mark's loved this since I've showed it to him, and I know a lot of us have had the Green Army Men. I know I did when I was a kid. I loved playing with them. But I thought, well, that would be pretty fun if they got possessed. And so in this, they're not really in World War Hell. These guys are really just one-to-one children's toys that have now become possessed and are trying to take over the world. And these guys come with the most accessories out of all of the figures. And they're going to come bagged like a bag of things. So when you see that, it will look like something. The Decapitators, again, means some, what was Joe without their, pet companions? So we had to have something of that nature. And I love what Ben had done with the Skeledrones and with the mechanicalness of that and having those heads that pop on. It's like we need some organic and very gross, Thing-esque, John Carpenter-esque. And these guys are nasty individuals. And you can see, look at that beautiful Mark Pennington art up there. It is going to come in a box that looks like movie theater candy. So you come in there and you pull these guys out. It's going to be kind of gross, but fun. Stretch goals. So we've funded now, so let's start looking at our stretch goals.
Yeah.
So Colonel Mellon, we know about Colonel Mellon. He is our big bad. He has cut his own face off to bring upon this end of the world, to summon this demonic entity, which is also another stretch goal. But, he is a little self-conscious and likes to wear other people's faces. Just, does not want to go out without his face. So he comes with an extra head, with a hooded, tattered mask, and then also 2 masks. One very fresh, one very kind of crusty, Leatherface-esque. And all of his weapons and uniform are covered in blood. Also comes with the Necrogrimoire, which is the Book of the Dead, and practically a Dark Wizard. Oh, what's this? this, maybe a surprise stretch goal that's going on right now. This would be, this is G.I. Ghoul. He is a first sergeant complete jerk, and accidentally gets killed. Going to the latrine, gets bit by a snake, slips into a coma, dies accidentally, and then now becomes, comes back to life and is not a nice guy. So look out for him. There's the Harbinger of Doom. This is another stretch goal. I know I'm not showing numbers right now. I'm going to have a nice little setup with how we've seen the VHS style cases on the other ones with all the pieces. I want to show all that. I'll be showing that after JoeFest. But this is, yes, the Harbinger of Doom. He will come with the steamboat head. Those are soft goods. They're wired. I know a lot of you guys have seen them at the booth, but a lot of you guys haven't seen really what's under the hood, and we're going to show the sculpt from James Carter in there too. So here's a little bit of development. This was the first sketch I did for World War Hell. This is the skeleton corpse soldier. You can see that he had the chainsaw bayonet in the beginning, but that ended up going to Spectre. As in early development with these toys, they start taking a mind of their own. The story starts telling itself. But I always wanted that in the line. And one of the cool things James came to me with was like, when he saw this, originally we were thinking about doing this old school way where that torso has the shirt tail built into it as well. But he was like, hey, why don't we make that a secondary? If we're going to push some of this stuff, let's really push it. And that was a great call. As you can see, it really gives that look of the figure a different take than what we're used to. And here is the first sculpt of the corpse. And this is without the harness. As you can see, you take that harness off, it still looks like a soldier with his shirt just tucked in. I wanted this to, again, being a customizer myself, I wanted this to be something that we could, adjust and, kind of make our own figures as much as we can. And in that, it's hard to see, but you can't see it there. It'll have a screw in the back, just like, we all love. And so, this was the beginning with the Paintmaster of Graves. I showed he has different arms, different heads, but this is all just stuff from getting everything ready for the factory. I'm going to send all my Paintmasters right to everything you've seen or what are going to go right to the factory to match. And we're going to make sure all of the insignias and all of that stuff are top notch on the paint apps. So that's the demon. That is what's under Steamboat Willie. That is what he looks like, and I don't think we've ever seen anything like that ever in O-ring form, which is going to be really fun and open a lot of possibilities for future characters. It's World War Hell, so we got to have some devils, we got to have some demons, and that tail's going to be pretty nasty as well. As you can see, he's bigger too. It's hard to tell when we have the figures out there with the Mickey head and all of that stuff. But those chains can still work again on other figures, and those chains aren't going to be real chains. I wanted to make sure they were actually PVC so that we could do them in different kind of colorways and stuff of that nature. So packaging. This is where, this is a little rough right now because it's just the black and whites, but I've talked to a few of you guys this weekend. Figures, and not every single figure is going to come with this on the side spine, but the spines will connect for certain story figures, things of that nature. It's going to tell a story. I've always been a huge fan of fantasy art style with the battle scenes, like Masters of the Universe or any of that. And so I thought, again, you get some of those VHS cases where those spines connected, and I always thought that was so cool. And so one side would be like that, but if you don't want to get them all, turn that other side around, so you just have the characters with a name on the side like the Necromancer. And I'm going to show Mark's stuff, so it looks a little bit better than this because I put a bunch of roughness on it just to show. But this is Mark Pennington's beautiful, beautiful art of this amazing battle scene from World War Hell. It's going to be fully colored. He's working on it right now. I keep doing like, Mark. No, he's doing amazing. He's doing amazing. And Mark, do you want to talk about it?
No, it's just fun to do. I mean, it's busy. The only thing I wish the bread was I would like to have done it twice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to put way more detail in it, and things like that, and, yeah, I mean, it's a big piece as it is, but it's really long, but I would have needed another desk, bigger desk to work on.
It's split, it's like pretty much.
Oh, I think it's, I think it's 1428 or 31 or something like that. It's long.
It's beautiful. I've seen it I haven't seen it finished yet, but like seeing it when he was working on it, it's gorgeous. And he's coloring it digitally, and I've been seeing the colors. It's not finished yet, but what I've seen so far is amazing. Sergeant Spector, here's some more of the packaging art. This was done by Tim Barron. He does stuff with Super 7, but he also has done a lot of skateboard decks for Tony Hawk. I was lucky enough to be set up next to him at Geek Meet Indie in February, I believe. And I just, seeing his art style, I knew he would be perfect for Sergeant Spector. He really took to the line and was awesome to work with. He also did the Skeletron Wolf Trooper. He did the variant hardback on that in the little skateboard deck, which is really cool. And Sergeant Spector, you guys have seen that big one. And then here's another Mark Benton. Right here, and this is another poster you guys have seen. Some of you guys have bought the prints down there of this. It's funny with this, we had started working on this back before I even had a lot of these characters developed completely. So we didn't know what colors they were going to be, what things were going to, happen. You want to talk a little bit about this too, Mark?
No, just another fun one. And then you actually did added some extra blood and things like that. Really made it pop. Came out really cool.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, it was fun.
There's other kind of pieces though, where a bunch of guys at the bottom, and everybody's fighting and stuff. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, people come into my studio a lot, and all I have to do is say it's World War II and zombies, and they're like, they start laughing. They're like, oh, that's funny. That's good.
I love it. And here is Scott Brown did the Cerberus Trooper. Do you want to talk about that, Scott?
Sure. Yeah, she told me like, hey, I want different styles for some of these. I want one to feel kind of like it's the animated series type of box. So I dug in just for reference. I was already pretty familiar with what I wanted. Yeah, it's cool. You have to try and get that balance of like, I want it to look like it's animated, but also do with polish though as well. A bigger level of detail and like color stuff than we could actually do with the show, right? So trying to achieve that balance. Made the colors really easy for me because you put Green Army guys in hell, so they just pop right off the bed really nicely. It's the Army builder, so I wanted to showcase like all the weapons that come with it. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to get sillier as it goes on through the back. The chainsaw guys can get back there waving it around. It's kind of like a big contrast with the serious gas man's got.
It was awesome too when he first did the sketch. I thought it was really cool because it said Cerberus, and then it said he put Volume 1 Dogs of War, and I was like, yeah, we're using that. That's really fun. Here is the artwork, not colored, but of Steamboat. So this is the Steamboat Willie artwork. It'll be black and white, and it will look like it's going to be really fun on this one. And so I'm going to color it still. I didn't do the artwork. I'm terrible. I'm not prepared for this part. He is, I worked with him recently. He's the one who did my artwork on the Devil's Rejects logo. If you guys saw that. Juan G. Giraldo. And he just really nailed it. I said, I want to do Steamboat, and I did a rough sketch, and I said, hey, can we do something like this? I wanted to have the Harbinger in there, and I just thought, instead of, Steamboat's not going to just be driving a boat, he's going to be putting a poor Cerberus Trooper on a breaking wheel. And rubber hose style animation was pretty dang funny, I thought, for that style. So that's going to be part of that packaging for the Harbinger of Doom once we unlock it, which we will. Come on. Just wanted to show real quick, a scale of what the decapitators look. I know I put them usually attacking and killing Duke out there on the booth, but I wanted to just show what they kind of scaled with regular World War Hell soldiers. Just to show, I want to see these guys really swarming around different figures and just really being nasty. So. And this is the amazing diorama that I met Jimmy from HPX Customs at IshCon just last month, and he just is so he's so good, and I saw his dials and he was just really excited about World War Health, and I was like, he used to work at a Blockbuster, he's a metalhead, and we talked, and I was like, you want to do this? He's like, absolutely, and I sent him a rough sketch also, and he just killed this. It's like a week and a half he made this thing for me. I really needed something to take pictures of for the Kickstarter, and I can't believe how well he did this thing. And if you guys get a chance, if you haven't gone by the booth, check this out. Really look at the detail he put into it. It's all carved out of foam, and he's got some pretty skulls. That logo, big piece right there, is all sculpted by Mark right there. The logo designed by Brian, and then sculpted by Mr. Gerwig over there.
Painted by you.
It was
Painted by you.
painted by me. Yeah, so these are those initial figures in that original, the initial launch Kickstarter. So again, I want to do these O-rings different. You know, who would have thought we would have something in this, in reality right here, this, and with those ankles, with really just any of this, I didn't think would be a reality. So thank you guys for making this something that we can now have in our collections. There's the stand. So I haven't really showed a lot. Like I've shown the logo, I've shown, said, hey, this is the stand, but this is a close-up of the hand-painted prototype again, designed by Brian, and then sculpted by Mark. We put the foot peg holes pretty wide, so you can get those wide stands on the figure. If you want to just do standing up and straight up and down, sure, you can still do that, but like let's get those wide stances, really just make it pop on the shelf, and stand it up in front of the table if you want to, just have some fun with it. And I've already cleared it. I've got a digital painter that's going to do this for us. So at the factory, these will all be printed exactly like this. So it's not like we're just going to be like, here's a black stand, with no paint deco. That's not really my style. So these are going to look freaking cool. Revenant Horde Trooper. You guys, again, hopefully you've seen that guy down there by the booth. He's the next stretch goal after Colonel Malum. He's going to have multiple accessories. I'll look for some more pictures up in a few days when we get back from JoeFest of how his whole loadout and kind of a look of what his packaging is going to kind of look like, how the other figures have. Captain Winchester, he's coming next after the Revenant Horde Trooper. He's going to come with multiple heads. He has the cigar head, the no cigar head, multiple guns, hands, all of that. And he's also going to come with the flamethrower. I haven't shown that yet. So you're not just going to have to get Spectre to get the flamethrower. He will also be coming with that flamethrower. I just felt that's something pretty cool to have Winchester sitting there lighting his cigar with the flamethrower. And then, I mean, come on. We have extra hands. And so here we are, and Jimmy made those amazing little Grindhouse Toys video cassettes. I almost feel like we should make those a real thing later. It'd be so fun to have 1/18 scale Grindhouse Toys videotapes. And I think, is that it?
There's,
And you did.
overshot it.
You overshot it.
Yeah.
Everybody just squint. That wasn't supposed to be shown, was it? No.
No, there's a couple things that aren't showing right now.
Well, now we gotta show it. Another Revenant Horde Trooper. He's gonna be pretty fun, but he's, the Revenant Horde Trooper. He's the Dead Shadow Division. I don't know. So, nice. So just keep an eye out for this guy. And yeah, pretty much it, guys. I mean, you guys got any questions? Ben, you went up so fast over there.
How does it feel? First, congratulations on funding your Kickstarter.
Thank you.
When did it fund? Like moments ago, right?
Yeah.
So how does it feel like funding here at the JoeFest, surrounded by fans and friends and everything?
Freaking amazing. Amazing. Like I couldn't have
ask for a better time. Like this, you guys do not understand how much this means to me. Thank you, each and every one of you guys. This is awesome, and I can't thank you guys enough. And I love that all of you guys have been coming by the booth all weekend and just talking. And I love talking toys. Some of you guys have been seeing me on the podcast. You know, I just talk. So I never get tired of it. So thank you guys.
The designs and the ideas for some of the characters, like, where are you cooking up some of this? Like, I read the, underneath the Steamboat Willie mask that you definitely ran with the sketches and the pictures I sent you of my mother-in-law. But for the rest of them, man, this is just amazing. Like, and I hope everybody's had a chance to go by your booth, because I don't even collect that scale of figures until I got your Necromancer and until I saw. There should not be that much detail or pay tabs on something that small. It's crazy. So thank you for sharing your gifts and your talent with the world, man. It's great stuff.
Thank you. And you say the Necromancer. I couldn't have done the Necromancer without Mr. Bill Murphy back there. He has an amazing parts library with the Eagle Force parts, and I'm super fortunate to be able to work on that with him. So thank you, Bill, for believing in me to let me work on the Dread Trooper and the Necromancer. Again, I would not be here without him. So.
There was a question in their panel. Some folks were asking, which I noticed literally was funded, but any plans to perhaps take up the 112 scale as well?
I mean, I collect like every scale, it feels like, when I look at my dang toy collection. I mean, I would love to do the 112 scale.
1-to-1 scale?
At least a corpse or something, maybe some back here. I don't know. I want it. Somebody figure out the best way to put it into a VHS case, and then maybe, a box set. A box set. But it's like, hey, look at my new figure, But I want it to be something really cool. I don't want to just do something just to do it. So it's got to make sense. I want it to be something you guys really like. I want it to be something I really want. I would love to have that in, especially Sergeant Graves. Sergeant Graves started off as a 6-inch design, so I'm not going to say no to that.
His heirs that have carried on with the sword, or him as an old man still fighting the battle or something.
You've been getting into my head. What are you doing? I also want to say thank you again also to Mr. Ben Conway back there. He has been instrumental in just letting me, just giving me advice, talking me through this, letting me annoy him at 2 o'clock in the morning last night, rambling on about all this. So thank you. You in the front.
You've shared a little bit of the lore here, but I can only imagine what you've got up, like how far out story, character. I mean, you got to have a ton of stuff up there.
Oh, absolutely, and that's something I want to get into. Like, I love that with these packaging, we can get so much I feel it's more text than it's even a file card. But I would love to do something like comic book or something of that nature. And if any of you guys saw the Toy Addicts interview I did on YouTube, I went on about mini comics. I would love to do some of that. We'll see. If we can convince Mark to stop being so busy all the time, get him to draw some amazing artwork for it, which he would. But I think I would love to get some more stuff. But I have plenty of character ideas. I wrote down enough for probably till series 3 at least so far, and that's just now. I mean, we're still right here, so don't be worried about more coming. I have plenty of ideas of really cool stuff. I think that hope you guys love.
When are the rest of the figures going to get shown off as the stretch goals?
So now that we just funded, I'm going to start showing more that way. I like to I don't like to show everything all at once, and then if you guys look at my, because you can click on my account to see, what I've, backed. There's tons of action figure lines that I've backed, and so I've followed along on multiple Kickstarters already, and so I love that kind of story. It's almost like storytelling in itself. It's like, oh, what's next? What's going to happen? It's like a roller coaster, and it's so fun. Following again the Skeleton, Kickstarter, or the Marauder, any of the Marauder Kickstarters, and anything like what Bill's done up there with Eagle Force and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun, and so I want to incorporate that in. So I just didn't want to throw it all out there at once. So.
Any chance for some undead vehicles?
possessed vehicles.
I mean, that sounds pretty damn cool.
That would be
So,
awesome.
I wonder why I went with 3-3-quarter, I don't know. I don't want a huge, yeah, I mean, maybe I do want some huge vehicles, but, yes, that's definitely on the radar. So again, if you remember this is
Jeep.
Yeah, maybe motorcycles, mech suits, I don't know. Some fun, just really, the sky's the limit with this, and that's why I wanted to go. I didn't want it to be too realistic, you know, I wanted to be over the top, and kind of go any direction with this. I mean, it's the horror movies, you know, there's no rules. And so, yeah, absolutely. And again, the one thing I want to say too is it's an indie toy line. Remember, this is not, we don't have Hasbro money, we don't have stuff like that. So, like, it's important that you guys, you know, back me up with this, and so far you guys have, and so thank you. So I will keep making things if you guys are behind it. Okay.
Ben's in the room. Organic RoboSkull.
Just a flying human.
And everything's just tendons and gristle and bones.
Collab time.
Back to work. Oh, that's hilarious. Anything else from anybody?
I'm down for a demon tank.
Demon Tank, that sounds pretty damn cool. You know, it's the end of the world. I think some horsemen are, you know, needed. Maybe four. I don't know. One of the things I loved about what Mystic did with their take on that, you know, there's so many cool characters out there that are, you know, as a customizer before, I would love to take something and try to put my spin on it. I mean, this guy kind of looks like somebody. And so to take some of this old school, you know, mythology or literary or any of that stuff and kind of tweak with it, I feel it fits perfectly.
So with these couple of last, you know, sneak peeks that you've shown us, does this sort of mark the end for even your stretch goals at this Kickstarter, or is there maybe even more?
There could definitely be more. I have some more planned if we can raise enough. You know, that's one of the things. I don't, again, not wanting to show everything.
Yeah.
These were two of the, I wanted to surprise some stuff. I really appreciate you guys coming out to the panel, so I wanted to show something. I was running out of time, of course. I had Mark helping me paint this guy before the show, and we just ran out of time, you know. So there's definitely some stuff coming that I think you guys will be pretty excited about if we can keep, you know, pushing that number up. So, you guys want to say anything else?
I'm looking forward to doing more VHS packaging. I think this is going to be a blast. There's just going to be a lot of fun things, and we'll try to hide a lot of Easter eggs in that.
I don't know if anybody's like ever really read like deep into the Necromancer packaging. Like, there's some funny stuff in there if you really read. I just like the stupidness of it. It's good. If you ever get a chance to, if you just want to read the blockbuster cases I have out there, they're pretty funny too.
You need an old blockbuster video display, you know, like, you know, with them all on it. It looks perfect.
Oh, it would be awesome. It would be awesome. I just want a full-on blockbuster store, like a apocalyptic blockbuster. Yeah. Hey, I'm a playset guy, so if we can make a playset, I don't know how feasible it would be, but I'm all for it.
Modular.
Modular, that's fun. Yes. Michael.
Once you get to the Revenant Trooper,
Yep.
any plans for a solid red version to fight your Green Army men?
That would be, that solid red would be really good. And you've been asking for
I've been pushing for gray.
you have been pushing for gray.
Gray.
Yeah,
Again,
that was my side of the Army faction war. My cousin.
Oh.
But I mean, it really colored. If they sell, I'll make them. You know, like if it's something that is ridiculous and fun, I'm cool with it. You know, red would be pretty neat. You know, so just again, sky's the limit, guys. It's silly stuff, and Army Men from Hell, they came in a few different colors. So, anything else? We good? Yeah. No? Done. Very excited. Well, thank you guys. I really thank you guys all for coming out here. Thank you again for this is reality, guys. Like, World War Hell is happening. There's no questions about it. So
Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.